I was on a dog sledding trip with returning veterans. Called my wife Tanya and said, what's new? What's happened while I was gone? And you said,
we're now able to travel to Cuba.
Wow. So that became an opportunity to say, why don't we look at that as a stretch opportunity? By working with Cedric from the UBELONG group, it was a perfect opportunity for them to go in to connect with Cuba. This is such a relational program.
It was enforced and reinforced multiple times that this was about us being here and understanding what it's like to live in this country, as opposed to us coming down as a big troop of Americans.
Not something that Americans were bringing, but really a bridging, a connecting aspect that was very important to all of us and very compelling as an opportunity.
There is a really strong feminist power in this country that is remarkable and inspiring to see, and I'm invigorated by that to take that home. The women in the cigar factory, you know, those are roots of the United States labor force. Like it or not, no matter how you feel about smoking or cigars or factory work, it is truly a way for them to gain some power through a monetary system. But they also, it was very clear from the gentleman who gave us the tour, those are women that they look up to. They are skilled, and like it or not, they were really clear about they run that factory. When we were at the bookstore, the small group that I was in was with a fellow professor. 6 years ago, when he became a professor, he had several other really good friends that started in the military, and they were going into government service. And he said, we have a pyramid system here. There are a few people at the top, but there's a lot of people in the middle and at the bottom. When I get together with these same friends, we will have some of the same conversations we had 6 years ago, and yet I feel from them a pushback, and they get defensive. And the reflection that he had was their perspective has now changed, because even though they went into this government system really hoping they could change the world, they've been acculturated, and they've had to adjust what their perspective is in order to fit in not only to the system, but maybe on some level to change. I don't think it's any mistake that Cuba is as far along as they are, because the people have continued to just very slowly, methodically, and powerfully push things forward. As Americans, there is so many opportunities for us to learn of this experience and try to take that back.